the Swiss and the yen. So the euro, as you can see, the plan was from last week to short it below 125.16. We had the structure point, which is the 124.49. We are now trading at 124.24, so we're about 100 pips or 150 pips from the trade of last week. But this is what I want you to see. Our short was from last week the 125.58, which was right there. And all of you were together when we were trading in the room together. That was the short from right there. That was the beginning of the short when we took the euro dollar, the euro yen, everything. We went short all of that. And then it went below the structure point, which is the 124. If you look here, the next structure point is the 124.49. It came below it again. And once it took the second structure, it went all the way down to the third structure, which is the 123.33. And once it comes back above it, we took the trade and we trailed the stops from one structure point. We put the stop above the second structure point. When it broke through the third structure point, we brought the stop right above the third structure point, and therefore we were able to capture that move. We basically all closed our stops on Friday, our positions on Friday, at or around the 123.50 or something like that, and therefore we did not suffer or give back all this money. Now, if you look at this chart, where are we now? What is the price we are at right now? We are trading at 124.40. As you see, it's below the structure point of 124.49. And there is your structure point on the intraday chart. There is the price. You can see that's why we put those lines on the chart. It is part of the planning session. I want everything to be on the chart when I'm planning, so that I see that I can take a decision in an instant. And every piece of the chart makes sense. 141 below the structure point of 124.49, and I can see it here, 124.49. So right now, if you have to do anything with this, you want to be short. And your next structure point is the 123.33. I'm just double checking the number. Because it has been a while since it came down. Yeah, that is your old momentum low, the 123.33. So that is bona fide, valid. Okay, so now we want to be short. And you can, if you look at your intraday chart, you can see this thing is just pouring to the downside. It's like an avalanche, and right now everything is lining up. There is no reason for us to do anything other than short it. So this here is going to be our short. If it comes back below the range or comes back below the 3, so we're shorting it below 124.20. If I do, I'm going to place my stop right above the structure. And if you can see here, you can see that your structure point is the 124.49. It did push maybe towards the 124.70. So again, this is not an exact science. So you want to see if you're going to take a short, where you're going to put the stop so you don't get stopped out. So your stop is going to be above the 124.70. So your stop is here. So S is short, ST is stop. Okay. What I would like to do always is to make sure that, in order for the sake of consistency, we place our stop right above the structure. So I'm going to use even a tighter stop. My stop is going to be above the one. If I'm going to go short and it trades below the 124.20, my stop, even though technically I see those lower highs and I see this is as high as it went right above, but once it gets, if it gets above 124.49, I'm going to close it. Why? Because this now is going to be my structural long point. On the short side, this is what I'm going to short it below 124.20. This is my stop. My structural short point is the 123.33. Going up, this is where I can buy it by 124.80 would be my buying point, so it will be above this structural point. So I'll buy it above 124.80. I'm going to use the structural point, the 124.49, as my stop. So it's going to be my long stop and my short stop. And my structural long point is the 125.58. Okay, so let's do that. I am going to buy above 124.80. My structural long point is the same structural long point from last week, which is the 125.58. It remains the same. And my stop is going to be 124.49, which is my structural point. On the short side, I'm going to go short below 124.20. I have, and my structural short point is going to be the 123.33, which is the big point. And my stop is going to be the 124.49, which is the structural point on either way. That's going to be my stop on either way. So this is the euro dollar, buying above 124.80. I have a structural long point at 125.58, and my stop is going to be 124.49. I'm risking about 30 pips on that trade on the long side. On the short side, I'm going to go short below 124.20. My stop is the same, 124.49. I'm risking again 30 pips, and my the structural short point is going to be the big one at 123.33. Okay, that is the euro dollar. Let me save that.